People have now known Apollo, but I don't think they do know how it all started. November 9th, I lost a young man who was only 38 years old. You know why? Because he couldn't afford to pay $30,000 and go to Houston and have surgery. If Indian doctors and Indian scientists are excelling overseas, why should we not give that expertise to our own people? I still recollect the day in 1983, September 1047, 18th, when Jnani Zail Singh, former President of India, when he cut the ribbon, I think it just gave us an opportunity to demonstrate to the world that here Indian doctors, Indian nurses, Indian paramedical staff all have put in their best of efforts, and 20 years later we now know that we have done and we are doing everything that's happening anywhere in the world. That is the pleasure.
It is a comprehensive center with radiation and medical oncology surgery, and one of the things we have done is bone marrow transplants as well. The first child of the parents who came to us with an acute leukemia, and we gave treatment and he got better, but then he was the first child, so we could not do a transplant, only child. And then unfortunately the boy relapsed again in about 6 months time. When he came back, the family told us that the mother was pregnant, and that we felt really is a God's will, because at that time we decided to do a cord blood transplant for the first time done in this country. He has been well now and completely cured and going to school.
We completed 25,000 cases, and this has included patients as young as 2 days of age and as old as 88 years of age. To my mind, all the 25,000 were memorable cases. This little child was dying. She had a very large hole in the heart and was in congestive heart failure, and we operated on her when she was 6 months of age. Last year, her father sent me this photograph of her on a marriage day, and I was so thrilled because this is the sort of difference that Apollo can make to the lives of ordinary people.
Apollo is keeping abreast with the new technology to offer the best for the geriatric patients.
I never felt that I was being operated. There was no pain, there was no complication, there was nothing, and I did not move. It was really a very fine job that it has been done on an 84-year-old man.
Mayuri came to me 1 year ago. She was diagnosed to have a complicated brain tumor. She was diagnosed in Singapore. She was totally bedridden. She could not speak well. She could not eat well. She could not drink well. She went through 8 cycles of chemotherapy. She underwent another brain surgery with us. She improved very tremendously. I'm really glad to see her. Now it's 1 year now. She walks, she runs, you can't catch her. She can even sing, and she can recite a lot of beautiful songs also, and she is eating well. I would say that the entire thing was possible only because the parents had tremendous faith in Apollo system actually.
I think I handed over Mayuri to Raja in a zero state, and I never expected that Mayuri is going to be like this in 400 days.
Mayuri ji, how are you?
And last year Mayuri was not talking, so that's what I want to show, that today she's talking, sitting, she can't even sit last year.
You don't measure success by the numbers, what it has resulted. A quantum change in the healthcare delivery in our country.
I also commend the efforts of Apollo Hospitals Group in harnessing the potential of information technology for providing telemedicine services.
Having completed 20 years, I think the Apollo model is something which is ready for India and the world to discover. The levels of professionalism and the kinds of service that the Apollo system is able to offer is something that the rest of the world could both learn from and benefit from.
Today we have achieved clinical excellence in almost all disciplines of medicine and surgery, and brought in this cost effectiveness And more than that, we are giving something which you can't buy with a juice market at all. At Apollo, we call that as TLC, tender loving care.
Honestly, I have never been a believer in hospitals. I never thought I will ever enter a hospital. But after coming to Apollo, I really knew what was the meaning of good care, loving care, And this is where I would like to specifically talk about the deep affection that the nurses have here.
He was really at the deathbed at that particular time and moment of time, and the doctors and nurses have done a wonderful job to completely bring him out of it.
There's something very, very beautiful about life, and it has to be preserved every moment. I can only say I have come here for a second lease of life.
Reach out and touch, it's simply magical.
Knowing you have the power of healing. Every day, every night,
Saving lives by the minute, making small and worth living, making dreams come true by touching lives,
touching life at Apollo.
making dreams come true by touching lives.
Every day, every night, and every minute,
Making dreams come true,
dreams come
by
true.
touching lives,
Touching life.
touching lives at Apollo. Making dreams come